Shalom. Shalom. Ahad Barak. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rala HaKadosh. And I really have a real class today. I just got some precepts I put together, and I really just wanted to be out here on the highways and the hedges. Since I don't really have a formal class, I'm just going to throw together my precepts that I have and see if that would take me in any direction. Let's start with Amos 3 and 7. Probably be about a 15-20 minute class. It ain't going to be long. Amos chapter 3 and verse 7. Surely, Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So when you see us out here on the highways and the hedges, know that the Most High put us here. We're not doing this for our own good health. We legitimately have a spirit on us. And he has chosen certain people to come out into the highways and into the hedges and teach the word. So the Lord will do nothing, but he gives his secrets. He'll reveal them to the prophets. Let's go to Matthew 22 and 14. Because also, you want to keep this in mind too. Matthew 22 and 14. That many of us are going to be called to be prophets, but only few are going to be chosen. And that takes you right into, there's going to be many false prophets among you that says, come over here, Jesus is over here, no, Yahweh's over there, Yahweh Shai is over there. No. Many are going to be called, but only very few people are going to have this correct truth. Very few. In fact, 144,000 within the 1/3 elect out of the 3/3. There's 2/3 that are going to go to the lake and be born into the kingdom later. And then there's the 1/3 that are going up with the Most High, and the 144,000 elect who you guys think is the rapture. Nobody's getting raptured except for the 144,000 elect according to Scripture. I don't know about the church, but I know according to the Bible, it says that only the 144,000. They're going to learn with the Most High. Those are the prophets amongst you today. Let's go to let's go to Zephaniah 2 and 1. Zephaniah chapter 2, and I'm about to just read it off without even getting it. Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired. So, who are the people that are not desired? Who needs to gather themselves together? Who's pinned against each other in every way, shape, and form? You got the blood versus the Crips versus the brown pride versus the native nation. We're all one family, but they have made this this formula to keep us apart. Me and my brothers, we're apart right now, and we're trying to bring this word. We're trying to bring ourselves back together. This word is gathering us back together. This word is showing us who we are. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. How are we going to be free from the mental enslavement at this time? Right now, we're getting freed from the mental enslavement, knowing that we're not just so-called black. The word black means destitute of light and evil. The word white means righteous and set apart. So how are we destitute of light? How are we evil when the world was given into the hands of the wicked, pursuant to Job 9 and 24, who covered the faces of the judges thereof. If it's not him, then who is it? Who is he? Who is he? We're being called so-called black people. We're being called destitute of light and evil. That is the definition of the word. That's why they use it. That's why it's Black Friday. That's why, he's a black magic. The dark arts. Give me a break. They're telling you you're evil and you're not. They want you to believe something that's not true. The real wicked, the real evil control this earth. And they've pinned you against your own brother. So Zephaniah 2 and 1 again. Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as a chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord, Yahweh, come upon you before the day of Yahweh's anger come upon you. So, we're trying to wake you up. We're trying to gather all of our people that the Most High has chosen back together. And I tell you this in every class. It's foolishness. You know why? Because he could wake you up at any second. But he wants to see my faith and my works. And he wants to see how much I'm going to do for him. So with that being said, we come out here anyway. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Why? Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Seek ye Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. The word wrought means to form from work or to be worked. So let's read it with that. Which have formed from work his judgment. I am out here right now forming his judgment through my works. I hope you can understand that. Seek ye righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. Meekness means to do something when you're told, not letting somebody stand in the way of it. So when Moses was meek above all men, he did what he was told. He didn't let no one stop him. So let me keep going. Let's go to Leviticus 19 and 17. Why are we out here doing? Do you know that what I'm doing is a Levitical law? Right, when I come out here, when all the other prophets come out here, we're literally keeping a Levitical law. Leviticus 19 and 17. Let me get to Leviticus though. Before I do that a lot. We'll go to we'll go to the wrong chapter and verse. But anyway, or I'll just put it there and start reading one or the other. But Leviticus 19 and 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. We love you to do this. This is how you love your brother. This is how you show love. By telling them the truth. By letting them know this place is going to be destroyed. You are one of the children of Israel, and you are being called upon. Many are called, few are chosen. So it's up to the Most High, honestly, whether he's going to put the Spirit on you or not. I already told you that. But it's still in my heart to do his works. And so what do? We suffer not sin upon our brother. Then we jump right over to Isaiah 58 and 1, because you got to remember one thing. Let me read it again. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke, which means to correct, to harshly correct thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. And then Isaiah 58 and 1. Let's get a precept on that. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show thy people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. And when I hear lift up thy voice like a trumpet, the first thing that comes to mind is the book of Jericho. On the seventh day, on the last lap, they blew the trumpet. The prophets are blowing the trumpet, and the people cried out, and Jericho crumbled. Don't you get it? I'm the prophet. The word is the trumpet. I'm blowing the trumpet right now as I read the word. When the people hear the word and they cry out for the atrocities done to them, that's when shit starts to happen. That's when the world starts to crumble again. That's what it means to be rot, to rot in this. Let me go back over to where was it? We rot in his judgment, right? We did the work to bring his judgment in. That was Zephaniah 2 and 2. Zephaniah 2 and 2. Let's read that again though, because that's what we're doing right now. Zephaniah 2 and 2. We're doing this right now. Wait, I'm sorry. It's Zephaniah 2 and 3. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment, which have worked, which have brought forth his judgment by bringing out this word. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Let's go back to Jericho for a second. So they're marching around Jericho, and what are they doing? They're crying aloud. They're not sparing those people on the other side of the wall, and the prophets have the trumpets, and they're blowing the trumpets. I'm a prophet. This book is my trumpet. And every time I read out of this book, I'm blowing the trumpet so the people can hear me and cry out. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 2, 4, and 5. Like I said, I don't really have a direction. I'm just going in. Let's go to 1 Corinthians, starting at chapter 2, starting at verse 4. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, starting at verse 4. You know what? It says, we were just at Isaiah 58 and 1. Cry aloud, spare not, raise up thy voice like a trumpet, show thy people their transgression, and show Jacob his sins. Now, when we go over to 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 4, and my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words. I'm not out here saying cool stuff, man, making you feel all jazzy inside. I'm telling the truth. The truth never felt good. The truth hurts. Have you ever heard that statement? Because that's the truth. The truth hurts. That's why everybody likes being lied to. But we'll get to that. Verse 4, my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of power. I'm demonstrating what the Most High gave to me. I'm demonstrating that Spirit and power, the Allah that He gave me to show to you. Maybe you might wake up. Who knows? Let's keep going. Verse 5, that your faith should not stand in wisdom of men, but in the power of Yahweh. I'm demonstrating His power so you'll have faith in Yahweh instead of faith in this worldliness. How could you have faith in this place? Look at this place. Look how it's crooked. Woe unto them that give suck in those days. Woe unto the woe unto the mother with child, and woe unto the children that give suck in those days. What day are we in? Who's got baby formula? What day are we in? Woe unto them. They're having destruction right now. Woe means destruction. They're being destroyed. Mentally, physically, health. You know where you're at. You know what time it is. And if you're in denial, that's your fault. If you want to be in denial and just have your life running out, that's your fault. You know what time it is. Ezekiel 33 and 30. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel. 33 and 30. People hate this book. I love this book. Also, the Son of Man, the children of thy people, still talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what the word that cometh forth from the Yahweh. Let's hear the word that's coming forth from Yahweh. Finally, we want to hear something. And they come unto thee as people cometh, and they sit before thee as people sit, and they hear thy words, but will not do them. Why? For with their mouths they show much love, but with their hearts go after their covetousness. And lo, thou art unto them a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear the words, but they do them not. It's saying that they love hearing the word. It sounds beautiful. But how is it? You praising God on Sunday, and you're back to your sins on Monday. You literally live this right here. Let me read 32 again. You guys are living this. Lo, thou art unto them a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but do them not. That sounds like everybody to me. Ain't nobody trying to keep these laws. Ain't nobody. I see other camps wearing hats to bring out the word. If you study, you know a man should never have a hat on while he's bringing out the word. A mitri is a different thing. It's not covered in the center. Woo! I can't believe these wicked ass niggas out here. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a real prophet been among them. A real prophet's been among you. None of these hat-wearing, just worldliness, worldly look, worldly style, worldly talk, just everything. And then chop the Bible up. Not even know that it was 7 clean of each animal, 7 of each clean animal, and 2 of each unclean animal. And you guys are listening to these groups. You got thousands of viewers, thousands of followers, and the people that bring out the truth, 3, 4, 5 views. Most High's coming to set things straight. Don't even worry about it. He's going to set things straight. I'm not going to have to worry about anything soon. Matthew 15 and 7 through 9. Let's go to the book of Matthew. Chapter 15, verses 7. And let's go. Ye hypocrites. Well, did Elijah prophesy of you, saying, this people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. And where are they? Where is their heart? Let me show you where their heart's at. But in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. Their hearts are in the world with the rest of the worldly people. You teach the commandments of men, you're not worthy of the kingdom. You teach the commandments of men, you are not worthy of kingdom. Amos 5 and 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate. They abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Why? Because we're telling the truth. See, you guys will go for a certain amount of time where you really love the word and it's so good, and then you turn around and go back to your bullshit. But truthfully, you hate him that rebuketh in the gate. Anybody that's trying to put correction on our people, you hate that person. You hate the people that speak uprightly. You hate the people that tell the truth. You want to be lied to and told some other bullshit that's not really going to happen, but it makes you feel good for that moment. Stupidity. Let's keep going. Isaiah chapter 30. I'm sure we can start at 29. Isaiah chapter 30. I know we can go 29 and 13 too. Let's go to Isaiah 29 and 13. We'll start there. I already know. Isaiah chapter 29. We'll go 29 and 13, then we'll go to 39 and 10. So Isaiah chapter 29 and 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as his people draw near me with their mouths and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and the fear towards me is taught by the precepts of men. How many times do I got to say it? You want to just go through the whole Bible and find every one for you? You guys only love worldliness. And let me prove that too. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 9. Stay yourselves. Wait. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 9. This is a rebellious people, lying children. Children that will not hear the law of Yahweh, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not, unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. We want to be lied to, like I've been telling you for the last 5 minutes. We as in you guys. Me, I need the truth. I want to bring the truth. I live the truth. I eat the truth. I sleep the truth. I breathe the truth. I dream about the truth when I'm sleeping. That's my life. I don't know what your life is like. I'm just trying to tell you that there's a better way. If you're not keeping these laws, there's a better way. If you're keeping these laws, more power to you. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. But let's keep going. Let's go to Matthew 10:23. And I think it's and then we'll start at Matthew 23. We're going to start at verse 31. Wherefore ye be witnesses unto yourselves that ye are the children of them which killed the prophets. Oh, who? Like, all of them. All the prophets were killed. Except for John. Or, I think it was John. And that was it. And that was, so let me go back over it again. You know, I might be wrong about that. I'll look it up and bring it back up because I had it with, I know it was Jeremiah and a few others. It's probably written right here. Yeah, it's got them all written right here. So if you read through the chapter, you'll find out some of the prophets in Jeremiah, Zechariah, there's a few. Let me just get back into it though. 30, and say, if we had been in the days of our fathers, we would have not been partakers of them, with them in the blood of the prophets. But I told you already, wherefore ye be witnesses unto yourselves that ye are the children of them that killed the prophets. You are the ones that killed the prophets, and you've been sent back in the third or fourth generation to suffer a curse and a recompense. If you don't believe me, read the Bible. You are the children. You are the killers of the prophets. You are the ones that did this. And I know it's tough to handle sometimes, but let's keep going. Fill ye up then the measure of your fathers, ye serpents, ye generation of vipers. How can you escape the damnation of hell? Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes, and some of them ye kill, some of them ye shall kill and crucify, and some of them shall ye scourge in your synagogues and persecute them from city to city. So, and you know, I can prove that right now. They are making new legislation and laws about false truth, fake news, and idolatries generated also, and it gets into vaguely saying that they're literally vaguely saying that the Bible is a hate book. That it's a book, it's a hate group book, pretty much. I don't even know how to put it in words, how they're trying to bring the Bible down. But we all know that this is our instruction book. If you don't know that now, this book is not a religious book. This is the instruction book for the Israelites on how to live their life. Their laws, their statutes, their commandments, all of our high holy days, all of our ceremonies, how to get married, how to dress, how to eat, how to take a break, when to take a break, how many times a day to pray. This is not a religious book. It's an instruction book. Who wrote the instructions in this book? Who wrote the instructions? Because I hear a lot of people, a man wrote this book. Let's see who wrote the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. Let's go to Exodus chapter 34 and verse 1. I'm going to see who wrote those laws. I ain't talking about the whole book right now. I'm going to show you who wrote the law. Watch. Exodus 34 and 1. And the Lord said unto Moses, hew thee 2 tablets of stone like unto the first, and I will write upon these tablets the words that were in the first tablet, which thou brokest. So who wrote the law? Let me read it again. And the Lord said to Moses, hew thee 2 tablets of stone like unto the first, and I will write upon them. So who wrote it? Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, or who you guys so ignorantly call God. He wrote it. He wrote the laws. He wrote them. Think about that. Whenever, this book was written by a man. This book is the inspiration through the Spirit, the power of the Spirit. So when a man writes it, the Spirit comes upon him and tells him what to say. Let me jump forward. Let me jump over to John. We're about to close this out. John 17. And we're going to start at verse 7. Now, they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee. What he just said is all of the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that the Most High gave to Yahushua, he gave to us. And all of that, the Most High gave Yahushua understanding. And Yahushua is telling, he's saying, look, everything I have is from my Father. So everything he gave us is from his Father that his Father gave to him. Try not to make it into a tongue twister, I apologize. So let's go back into it. Now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee. So everything that was given to Yahushua was given to him by Yahweh. That's what he's trying to say. Verse 8, I have given unto them the words which thou givest me, and they receive them and have known surely that I come out from thee, and they have delivered that thou didst send me. They have believed that thou didst send me. So he's saying, everything that I have is from you. Father, you gave me everything I have. And I gave them the words which you gave me. What did he give them? The truth. The laws, the statutes within the laws, and the direct commands. He gave them the truth. Let me read it again. Now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee. What did he give them? For I have given unto them the words which thou givest me. The Allah, the power is these words. Living by the word that he gave us. And they have received them. The 1/3 is going to receive this word. And they have known surely that I came out of thee. He came from Yahweh. And they have believed that thou didst send me. Yes, we don't just believe it. We know he sent him. We know that Yahweh sent Yahushua and how do we know that? Because it was prophesied. It's been prophesied throughout the Bible that he would, from the book of Genesis to the book of Revelation. And he's coming back. And he's coming back. So you better watch out. Sorry about that. I got to watch out for that sun. It's 102 degrees out here today. You don't want to get trapped in this sun out here. So, let me read verse 8 again. I'm going to go right into 9. For I have given unto them the words which thou givest me, and they have received them, and have known surely that I came out from thee, and they have believed that thou didst send me. Verse 9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me. So this is Yahushua, this is so-called Jesus. He's saying, I ain't praying for the world. I'm praying only for the children of Israel. I'm praying for the ones who gave me. That's it. Let's read it again. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me. For they are thine. Who's thine? Well, I've chosen the children of Israel all the way back in the Old Testament. And all mine are thine, and thine are mine. And I am glorified in them. Okay? Okay? That's right. The glory of the Lord comes right through us. And we're showing it. We're glorifying him by bringing out this word, by following the laws, the statutes within the laws, by doing the commands that he taught us. Let's go to John 8 and 47. We're almost done. I'm going to bring out like 2 or 3 more scriptures and I'm going to get out of here. John chapter 8 and verse 47. He that is of Yahweh heareth Yahweh's words. Therefore hear them not, because ye are not of Yahweh. So I go until I'm blue in the face, but honestly, most people aren't going to be able to receive this word. I know that for a fact. I mean, you can just see it in the countenance of people. And plus, I mean, it's written. In fact, let me read 45. Let's go backwards. John 8 and 45. And because I tell you the truth, and you believe me not, 46. Which of you convinceth me of sin? And if I say the truth, why do you not believe me? Which one of you guys are going to convince me that sin is the truth? And why don't you believe me when I tell you the real truth? Why don't you believe me? Think about that. Now let's read 47. He that is of Yahweh heareth Yahweh's words. Ye therefore hear them not, because you are not of Yahweh. And that brings us straight into Romans 8 and 5. Romans chapter 8 and verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, things of the Spirit. So, flesh, worldliness. They that are after the ways of the world it's going to show in their lifestyle. They're going to, on a daily basis, you're going to notice a more worldly lifestyle. But they that are after the Spirit are going to have a spiritual lifestyle. So their life is going to be a little different. They're going to shut it down on the Shabbat. Whether you do it on Friday night to Saturday night, or you go with the real Shabbat, which it changes every month. I do them both. That's just me. I like to shut it down on Fridays just because I made a vow to the Most High, because that's when all the sales are. That's when you get paid. That's when all the deals come through. That's when they have all the specials. And then Saturday night, once the sun goes down, they shut it down. So I go against them on that one. And I keep that. I also keep the Shabbat on Friday to Saturday night. But the real, that's my memorial, because I made a vow and I made a deal at work. I get this day off. I'm using it. Work 6 days a week. But the real Shabbat, it revolves. The real Sabbath isn't every Saturday or every Sunday. It revolves every month. It changes dates every single month. But they that are after the flesh, let me just keep reading, because you know what? For they that are after the flesh do mind things of the flesh. You're worldly, you do worldly shit. They that are after the Spirit do mind things of the Spirit. You're spiritual, you're going to follow the laws and statutes within the laws and the direct commands. Let me just keep reading. For to be carnally minded is death. So to be a worldly person, you are going to end up dead. Straight up. To be carnally minded is death. But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. You get peace of mind because you mentally have an escape. We're in captivity, but we know that it's coming to an end. Why? Because we're studying. We see the laws. We see the statutes within the laws. We see the commandments and we live them. Let me keep going. Because the carnal mind is enmity against God. It's hatred against God. For it is not subject to the law of Yahweh. So because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh. In other words, they hate Yahweh. Why would they keep his laws? Why are they going to keep his laws if they already hate him? It doesn't make sense. That's how you know when somebody hates God, is when they don't follow his instructions. That's simple. For it is not subject of the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh. So when you're living a fleshly life, you are not pleasing the Most High. You are doing your own worldly shit. Stop playing with yourself. This is your life you're dealing with. This life is a blink of an eye, and then we've got all eternity to deal with. This is just a blink of an eye. Man, you guys. Woo! Let me keep going. But ye are not in flesh, but in the Spirit. If so, be that the Spirit of Yahweh dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the Spirit of Yahweh, he is none of his. So if you don't have that Spirit on you, you weren't chosen, and you're not one of his children. That's all there is to it. You're not part of the family. Get the fuck out of here. We'll put you in slavery. Verse 11. But if the Spirit of him that raised up Yahweh from the dead dwell in you, woo, the Holy Spirit, if that dwell in you, he that raised up Christ from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his Spirit that dwells in you. Quicken. Quicken means to put life into. A spiritual life. A real spirit. Let me keep going. Therefore, brethren, we are debtors, not to the flesh, to live after the flesh. I'm sorry. Therefore, brethren, we're debtors, but we're not in debt to our flesh, and we're not supposed to be living after the flesh and doing things to make our flesh happy. For ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, you shall live. So you're going to have some willpower and stop doing all your garbagey ass bullshit and get back into the real life. Life and peace. Life. You're in death. You're in death, living a worldly life. You're not alive. You're like on your way to... But anyway, it's really hard. It's really hard because like when the Most High gives you an understanding and a spirit, you see everything differently. Nothing is the same anymore. And all you want to do is help your people, and all your people do is mock and scoff you. But let's keep going. For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if you live through the Spirit, do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. For many are led by the Spirit of Yahweh, they are the sons of Yahweh. For as many that are led by Yahweh are the sons of Yahweh. So in other words, if you can receive the word, and you can follow the law, statutes, and commandments, and you do what the scriptures tell you to, then you are the son of Yahweh. Verse 15. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but have received the spirit of adoption. We were in Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Why would it say the spirit of bondage? Let me show you. We had the spirit of bondage, but that's over now. So now we're getting the adoption, which everybody on earth thinks they're being adopted, and they're not. Only the Israelites are going in. Only the Israelites are going to get in the kingdom. And it's only the Israelites that repent. Everybody else is going to have to go into a horrific death. But, Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, all of these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So, when you're in Romans, and you're reading 8 and 15, we have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear. Why? Because we've already got that. We're in bondage right now. What's he going to do? To throw some more bondage spirit? We already got that spirit. He's not putting that on us anymore. That's done. That's almost over with. Now it's time to wake up. The 3.5 days are up. Now it's time for us to astonish the people and stand up. We have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, which means Father in Hebrew. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh. So, how do you know when you're one of the children of Yahweh? You're going to receive this word. You're going to do the works. And You're not going to be living a worldly, fleshly, carnal life. You're going to be living a spiritual life. Like I said, I didn't really have a direction for this class. I was just wanting to do a class today. But let's go ahead and go to, I got 2 more verses and I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. Let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 2. And we're going to start at verse 15. Study to shew thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman that needeth not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So how do you know that you're rightly dividing the word of truth? Because you fucking study. It's that simple. Read the book. I read the book once. I know the book. You don't know shit. I'll tell you right now, you don't know shit. I read this book 9 fucking times, front to back, and I'm still learning from it. How did you learn everything in one? What are you, a genius? You some kind of genius? You ain't a genius. You're a liar, and we know it. Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman that needeth not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. But shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness. Shut them down when they come out here talking that wild ass, out the side of their neck ass, Christian ass, Muslim ass shit, Buddhist ass, Arab, whatever your religion is. The word religion has a Latin root word, which is religio. And when you go to the definition of religio, it means to be withheld or held back. And what are you being held back from in a religion? The truth. They don't got truth in religion. They've got a feel-good message for everybody. That's why they have so many different religions, so everybody can pick one and be happy. That shit don't happen here. We're going to stay with one law, one statute, and one commandment. This book. This book. Not specifically like saying, oh, I'm only keeping one law. That's semantics. We have one set of laws, one set of statutes, and one set of commandments. We don't have a feel-good message for you. The feel-good message is do the works, receive the kingdom. Do the works, receive the kingdom. Let me read it again. 2 Timothy, starting at verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman that needeth not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. But shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness. Okay? That's going to increase unto more ungodliness. Let's go one more. Revelation 1 and 3. Let's get Revelation 1 and 3 out. Revelation chapter. All it takes one to stick together. Revelation chapter 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth and that heareth the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. We are in those end times right now. We're literally living in the last seconds. We're living in the last seconds. Let's go to Revelation 22 and 14. This is I'm going to close it out here. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. Okay? So with that being said, if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, there really wasn't a direction for this message. I just wanted to bring the word out because that's what we do when we got a chance. We come out into the highways and the hedges and we do whatever we can to show our works to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rawah Kadash. Faith without works is death. And with that being said, I hope everybody has a really great rest of the day. Shalom.